Hello students, today you are going to be completing the life and legacy of the notorious RBG. RBG is just an abbreviation for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm going to read this to you. As you can see here, you can read her obituary if you would like. I'm not going to read that to you today, but if you want to take your own time and read that, go for it. After we read this very short introduction, you can either pause and watch the video about the life and vision of RBG, and then you're to write three things that you learned about her in numbers 1, 2, and 3. And then after that, you are going to complete step 2, and I'll read that when we get there. Okay, so I'm going to erase all of this. For a second, I thought it was erasing even the words. Okay, so starting up at the top here, the life and legacy of the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the second woman to serve on the Supreme Court and a pioneering advocate for women's rights, who in her 9th decade became a much younger generation's unlikely cultural icon, died on September 18th at her home in Washington. She was 87 years old. So like I said, if you want to read her obituary, go ahead and read that. You can pause and come back to finish it, or you don't have to read it. Step 1, you're going to watch the video about the life and vision of RBG and write 3 things you learned about her below. Obviously, you will type in your 3. Step 2, you are going to respond to the following reflection questions in the table below. So this table right here is where you will respond to your answers. It says Linda Greenhouse said that Justice Ginsburg had a really radical project to erase the functional difference between men and women in society. She wanted to make it clear that there should be no such thing as women's work and men's work. So your first question here is, what do these words mean to you? So in other words, what does that mean? She wanted to make it clear that there should be no thing as men's work and women's work. The second question is, do you support Justice Ginsburg's vision? Why or why not? And the third question, to what degree, if at all, do you think we have achieved this goal? What, if anything, still needs to change? So really think about that. Think about what's going on in our country. Think about females in your life, your mom, your grandma, aunts, maybe cousins. Think about anything that they've experienced, either in the workplace or growing up or any of those things, and see if you can come up with anything, if we have achieved that goal, that there should be no such thing as women's work and men's work. And then what, if anything, still needs to change? So those are your 3 reflection questions. Make sure you type in your answers down here. And then when you get done with that, go ahead and submit it on UC. All right, have a great weekend.